per n, the letter m in here, it will be showing us the power. The n in here, it will be showing us the number for the root. So later, if we have fifth root of a to the power of 3, it means a to the power of 3 per 5. This is what does it mean by a to the power of m per n. So we can write it as a to the power of 3 per 5. Is there anyone having any question? Is there anyone who get confused for the question 1A? No? Okay, if no one has confusion, let us move to the question B. We have 6 root of a to the power of 2. So we can make it as a to the power of how many? Yeah, a
2
to
by
the power
6.
of 2 by 6. We can simplify this, or if you want to keep it as a to the power of 2 by 6, that is also okay. So you can simplify it as a to the power of 1 per 3, also fine. But if you want to keep it as a to the power of 2 per 6, that is also fine. For the question C, we write it as a to the
A to the power of 1.
yeah, a to the power of 1. Or if we follow the question, it will be a to the power of 4 per 4. A to the power of 1. For the question 1D, it will be a to the power of how many?
A to the power of
3
3
by
per
7.
6.
Okay, good job. Thank you. Is there anyone having any confusion so far? Is there anyone who has confusion?
Teacher, for the m per n itu kita harus taruh fraction or not, teacher, for C?
Yeah, you have to write it as a fraction, so better you keep
So
it.
we cannot write A1 or only A, cannot write. Only have to
Yeah, yeah, 4
A4.
per 4, better 4 per 4. Okay. Is there anyone having any questions so far? No? Or have? Hello? Okay, if you do not ask me any question, I will assume all of you already understand. I will move to the question 2. For the question 2, rewrite the following in the form of n root of b to the power of m. So the m in here, it will be taken from the numerator. The n in here, it will be taken from the denominator. So for the question A, we can write it as 7 root of b to the power of 2. Okay. Is there anyone having any question?
No, teacher.
No? Okay. If no question, for the question B, how do we write it in the root form? Yeah, cube root of B. So cube root of B and then to the power of 8. Hello, is my screen suddenly dark or is it only in my computer?
Suddenly dark.
It became black, teacher.
Yeah, I don't know also what happened. But you have the textbook, right? Oh yeah, already coming back. If you already have, okay. Let us continue to the question C. It's already back to normal, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, for the question B, we have b to the power of negative 2 per 5. In here, there are two options. You can write it as a fraction or you can keep it as it is. So you can make it as fifth root of b. This is b, and then to the power of negative 2. This is also fine if you want to write it like this. Or if you do not like the power negative, you can write it as a fraction. Become 1 per fifth root of b to the power of 2. That is also fine. Is there anyone have any confusion? Is there anyone having any confusion so far? Or maybe my explanation is not clear enough? Suddenly I cannot hear anyone. Hello? Is my voice audible? Hello? Mike, I cannot hear you. Oh my god. Hello? Hello, am I? Okay then. Because I feel like Mike was going to try to talk something, but I cannot hear him.
Hello, teacher.
Yes, I can hear you now. Okay, okay.
Oh, teacher, okay.
Can you repeat your question?
Oh no, teacher. I just wanted to ask about how the fraction works.
Okay.
I thought it was five root of b, and
No,
then by negative 2, by b negative 2, power negative 2.
5b to the power of negative 2. This is the normal way if we follow the question. But usually, sometimes just in case if the question wants the answer in the positive power, we can change it into a fraction. So it will be 1 per 5th root of b to the power of 2. Is it, do you still have any question, Mike, or anything?
No, teacher.
Okay. How about the others? Is there anyone having any confusion? No? Okay. Let us move to the question D then. For the question D, it will be what, yeah? Anyone want to help me to answer? Question D. Yeah, it will be cube root of B. So cube root of B to the power of negative 4. Okay, thank you. Is there anyone having any confusion so far? If you have any confusion, please let me know. Do not keep being quiet. Okay. I will move to the question 3 then if you have no question. For the question 3, simplify the following algebraic expression giving an answer in the form of a to the power of n per n. So we have to keep all the answer into fractional indices. But yeah, how do you find it? You have to use all the index laws that you have learned. So like the question 3a, we have a multiplication with the same base, different index. So what do we do to simplify this? What do we do to simplify this? What do we have to do to the power when we are
That's right.
we have
Times.
to plus?
Oh, plus.
Plus them. So let us plus first. 1 per 2 plus with 1 per 4, how many it will be?
3/4.
Yeah.
3 per 4.
Okay, is there anyone who get confused to get 3 per 4? Just in case you are getting confused, you have to change all of the denominator, make the denominator same. So like 1 per 2, you can make it into 2 per 4. 1 per 4, it will be stay at 80. So when we plus them, it will be 3 per 4. So for the final answer, we can write it as a to the power of 3 per 4. Any confusion? Anyone who get confused? No? Okay. If no confusion, let us move to the question B. For the question B, we have a to the power of 2 per 5 times with a to the power of negative 1 per 4. So we have to simplify the power first. What do we have to do to the powers when we are going to simplify? What do we have to do to the powers? Hello? Yeah, we have to
Make
add them.
denominator.
Yeah. So we plus them 2 per 5 plus with negative 1 per 4. We can make them into same denominator, which is 20. So we can write it as 8 per 20. Plus and minus, we can combine it, become minus 1 per 4. It will be 5 per 20. So in the end, we will have 3 out of 20. So the final answer, it will be a to the power of 3 per 20. Is there anyone having any question? Confusion? No? Okay. If you have no confusion, let us move to the question C. For the question C, we have square root of a divided by a to the power of negative 2. Since the question wants us to show the answer into fractional indices, so for the root, we have to change it into fractional indices. Square root of a, it will be equals to a to the power of how many? Square root of a, it will be equals to, yes, a to the power of a half. Thank you for those who always help me to answer through the chat box, and also already unmute yourself. Divided by a to the power of negative 2. So now we can simplify the power. It's a fraction. Fraction means we do division. Fraction means we do division. When we do division, it means we have to subtract the power. So we have to subtract a half with negative 2. So a half minus negative 2. How many it will be? A half minus negative 2. Anyone?
Wait a minute.
Okay. How many? You are muted yourself, Steve. I cannot hear you. Do not mute yourself when you are going to answer. Okay. Yeah, so it will be 5 per 2. So the final answer, it will be a to the power of 5 per 2. Thank you. Is there anyone having any question so far? Before we continue to the question D, is there anyone having any confusion? Let me know if you, maybe I have internet trouble or anything and you cannot hear me. Please let me know. Is there anyone having any question? No? Okay. Have or no? If you do not ask anything, I will assume that all of you have no question. I will directly move to the question D. For the question D, we have cube root of A divided by A. So same thing, we have to change the cube root of A into fractional indices. So cube root of A, it will be A to the power of how many? A to the power of how many for cube root A?
1 by 3.
Yes, it will be A to the power of 1 by 3. Is there anyone having any confusion? So for the A, it will be stay at it is A. If there is no power, it means we have a power of 1. Now we can simplify the power. It's division, so we can subtract the power. 1 per 3 minus 1. How many ya? It will be. So we can make the denominator same. 1 per 3 minus 3 per 3, which is equals to negative 2 by 3. So the final answer, it will be A to the power of negative 2 per 3. Is there anyone having any questions so far? Or maybe my explanation is too fast? Is there anyone having any question? No? Okay. Let me know if you have any question. No question? Okay. If you have no question, can I move to the question 4 or you are still have any doubt?
Nobody's having a doubt.
Okay. If nobody is having a doubt, so it means I can move to the question 4. For the question 4, here it's on your textbook, page 125. We have to simplify this calculation and represent the answer as a root form. So if you get confused to make it into root form, it will be better if you change everything into fractional indices first. Because when it is already fractional indices, it will be easier later on for you to simplify for all of the indices. After you get the simple fractional indices, later you can directly change it into root form. So let us change it. Square root of b. Square root of b, we can change it into b to the power of how many ya? Square root of b. It will be b to the power of how many? Square root of b
B
is
to the power of 1. B to the
no,
power of 1.
no. Square root of b, not b to the power of 1. B to the power.
Teacher.
2.
Yes, Dave.
1 by 2.
Yeah, it will be b to the power of 1 by 2. Now we can
B to the
simplify.
power of half.
Yeah, a half, correct. So now we can simplify the power. For the numerator, we have multiplication. So it means we can add the power for numerator.
3
For
per 4, teacher.
numerator, we have a 1 per 2 plus it by 1 per 4. So in the end, we have 3 per 4, right? For the denominator, we still have it as negative 1 per 5. So now we can write it as b to the power of 3 per 4, b to the power of 3 per 4 divided by b to the power of negative a half. We can simplify it If it is division, what do we do to the division? What do we do to the power when it is a division to simplify them? What do we do?
Make it minus, right?
To subtract the power. So now we have 3 per 4 minus negative 1 per 5. How many it will be? Yeah, we can make all the denominator same, make it into per 20. So it will be 15 out of 20. And then minus and negative, it will return into plus. So we plus it by 4 by 20. So in the end, we will have 19 by 20. Is there anyone who disagree or get confused when I write b to the power of 19 per 20? Is there anyone who get confused or disagree maybe? It's okay to tell me. I'm a normal human. Maybe I will make mistake also. You can tell me. Okay, so it will be b to the power of 19 per 20. Read the question. We have to make it into root form. So we change it into 20 root of b to the power of 19. Is there anyone having any question? Or maybe the explanation is not clear enough for you? You need me to clarify it more or anything? Is there anyone having any question? Hello? No question? Okay. I will move to the question 2. For the question B, we have cube root of B. Cube root of B, we can change it into B to the power of how many, yeah? Anyone knows? Cube root of B is equals to B to the power of how many? Yeah, it's B to the power of 1 per
1 by 3.
Okay, thank you. So now we can simplify it again. Let us simplify it one by one from the numerator and then we go to the denominator. So for numerator, what do we have in numerator? In numerator, we have
1 by 3 plus
negative 1 per 3
1 by
plus
plus
by
1 by 3.
1 by 3. So it will be equals to how many?
2 per 3. 2 per 3. 2 per 3. 2
Negative
per
1
3.
per 3. It's negative 1 per 3 plus
0.
1 per 3.
0.
Yes, it is 0 for numerator. Later we will have b to the power of 0. Now if denominator we have the power of 2 per 5. And if there is no
5.
number, it means power 1. 2 per 5 plus by 1, it will be equals to how many?
3 per 5. 3 per 5. 3 per 5. 3 per 5.
No, you have to make the denominator same first. So it will be 2 per 5
2
plus by 5
plus
per 5.
5 per
So,
5 equals 7 per
yeah,
5. 7 per 5.
So make sure when you meet a fraction, make sure you make the denominator same. So now we will have p to the power of 0 at numerator. And then in denominator, we will have p to the power of 7 per 5. Is there anyone who disagree or getting confused so far?
The answer is 1 by
Uh,
1 by
fifth
b to the root of 5, teacher.
root
Or by 7.
power by 7.
7.
Now if I don't want the answer into fraction, can we change it? We can change it into fifth root of, oops, sorry. So in here, we can change it into fifth root of b to the power of negative 7. If you do not want to write it as a fraction, you can make it as fifth root of b to the power of negative 7. Is there anyone who get confused? Maybe you can tell me if you have any confusion. Hello? No one asked me? Yes? Fun? Please let me know if you have any confusion. It's okay, I will try to answer. I'm not mad, maybe just my intonation that is confusing. Okay, this is the 7 per 5. We got it from the numerator part. That's why in here already classify. When I simplify the numerator, I have a multiplication. So I have to plus the negative 1 per 3 with 1 per 3. For denominator, I have b to the power of 2 per 5 and b only. If there is no number, it means there is a hidden power which is power 1. It is a multiplication, so I can just add the power. So I will have 2, 2 per 5 plus 1, which is equals to 7 per 5. Yeah, for b to the power of 0 divided by b to the power of 7 per 5, you can write it as b to the power of negative 7 per 5. That is also correct. But you have to read the question and follow the question instruction. The question asks you to write it in the root form. So even though you already get b to the power of negative 7 per 5, don't forget to change it into root form. That's why I will get fifth root of b to the power of negative 7. Is there anyone who has any confusion? Is there anyone? No? Okay. If you have no confusion, let us move to the question C. For the question C, we have b to the power of 3 times b to the power of negative 1 per 3 divided by b to the power of negative 2. So we simplify the numerator first. For numerator, we will have b to the power of how many? For numerator, 3 plus negative 1 per 3. It will be equals to how many? Anyone wants to help me to answer maybe?
Wait, teacher, which one?
Me, teacher.
Which
Let me answer.
Okay then.
Let me answer.
Okay, how many?
B times b to the power of 3 times b to the power of negative 1 per 3 equals to, the answer is gonna be, I think it's gonna be
So many. Yes, please.
3 plus 1 per 3. There's a minus. I think the answer is 2. I think the answer is
We have to make
8 per
8
3.
per 3. Okay.
8 per 3.
Good job. It will be 8 per 3 for numerator. And then for denominator, we will have it as negative 2 still. So in the end, we will have p to the power of 8 per 3 divided by b to the power of negative 2. This is division, so we can simplify the power. We have 8 per 3 minus negative 1 per, 8 per 3 minus negative 2. So it will be equals to how many?
I think the answer is gonna be 8 plus. I think it's 14 per 3.
14 per 3.
Yeah, 14 per 3. Thank you. So we have 14 per 3. Final answer, we will have b to the power of 14 per 3 because the question want us to change it into root form. So we will have as cube root of b to the power of
B to the power 14.3.
Okay. Is there anyone having any confusion so far? Or the explanation is too fast?
There are no questions.
Okay, no question. Let us move to the question D. For the question D, same thing. We have to simplify it one by one. So for cube root of b, in here I can change it into b to the power of 1 per 3. Right? And then for square root of b, we can change it into b to the power of a half. This is, we can change it into b to the power of a half. And then for another number, we can change it into p to the power of negative 1 per 3. Is there anyone who disagree or get confused when I change all of the root into a fractional indices? Is there anyone who gets confused? No? Okay. Hello? Yes, Steve, I could not hear you. Can you repeat? What did you say before? Hello? Okay. If no one have no question, let us simplify it one by one. So let us simplify the numerator first. The numerator. For the numerator, we have b to the power of negative 2 times b to the power of 1 per 3. So it means negative 2, we have to plus it by 1 per 3. How many is negative 2 plus by 1 per 3? How many it will be? Negative 2 plus by 1 per 3. You have to make sure that you change the numbers into the same denominator first before you calculate. Anyone already find the answer? If we change it, how many it will be? Negative 2 plus by 1 per 3.
Wait a minute, let me answer this.
Okay.
Negative 2, it's 6 per 3, minus 6 plus 1 per 3, it's gonna be negative 5 per 3.
Okay, correct. So we write it as negative 5 per 3. Okay. For the denominator now, for the denominator, what do we have in the denominator? We have 1 per 3. Oops, sorry, 1 per 3 plus with negative 1, or not 1 per 3, it's supposed to be 1 per 2, sorry. Square root 1 per 2 plus with negative 1 per 3. How many it will be? How many it will be?
I think it's gonna be 3 out of 6 minus
Yeah,
2 out of 6.
3
It's
out of 6
this
minus 2 out of
minus
6.
2. 1 per 6. 1 per 6, I mean.
Okay, thank you. So now in the end, we will have p to the power of negative 5 per 3 for the numerator, and then for the denominator, we have p to the power of 1 per 6. Now we can simplify the power again. This is division. When it is division, it means we have to subtract the power. So we have negative 5 per 3 minus with 1 per minus negative 1 per minus 1 per 6 only. So it will be how many, yeah?
Let me answer this. Teacher, let me answer.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Negative, negative 10 per 6 minus,
Yeah, negative 10.
minus 2 per 6, it will be 8 per 6.
No, not 2 per 6. It's already 1 per 6. So if you change it into another 6, it will
Teacher,
stay at it.
teacher.
Yes?
11 by 6.
Yes, okay, correct. The answer, it will be 11 by 6. Is it only 11 by 6? No, something is
Negative 11 by 6, I think.
negative 11 by 6. So later on, the final answer, it will be p to the power of negative 11 by 6. If we change it into root form, it will be 6 root of p to the power of negative 11. Is there anyone having any questions so far? Or the explanation is not clear enough? Is there anyone having any
Why is this so complicated, teacher?
Yeah, this is how. That's why I give you a homework to make a summary for all of the index laws, because you have to be able to use all of the index laws and use it wisely to solve the algebraic expression. Because later on in IGCSE question, it will meet the algebraic indices. It's so rare for you to find the normal, I mean like only number with the power and you have to find the answer, it will be so rare to find it. That's why. Please kindly, yeah, is there anything confusing? I know. Is there anything confusing, but or is there anything that you need me to uh, remind again what things that is we have to do or anything?
Teacher, 8 minutes lagi loh, teacher.
My voice is like yeah, it's okay. 10 minutes. I already take the attendance. It's okay. So is there anyone having any question so far? Is there anyone having any question so far, or my explanation is still not clear enough for you or still confusing? Before we move to the question 5, is there anyone who have any confusion still? Please kindly. Nobody for sure. So yeah, we are going to combine. That's why you have to be able to simplify the fraction and make sure you use the index loss properly. When it is multiplication, you have to plus the power. When it is division, you have to subtract the power. And then when it is root, you have to change it into a fractional indices and so on. Now for the question 5, we have 1 per 3 x to the power of 1 per 2 divided by 4 to the power of negative x 4x to the power of negative 2. If we have this case, usually we can simplify number with number and then letter with letter. So now we read it from numbers first. We have 1 per 4 divided, 1 per 3 divided by 4. So we simplify from number. From number we have 1 per 3. This is for, I use the ratio symbol for division because I have no division symbol in a WebEx. So 1 per 3 divided by 4, we will have it as 1 per 12. This is for the number that when we simplify. Now for the letters, we have x to the power of 1 per 2 divided by x to the power of negative 2. When it is division, it means we can subtract the power. So now for this case, when you are going to simplify the power of x, you can do a half. In here for the x, you can do a half minus with negative 2. So a half minus negative 2, it will be a half plus 2.
5 power 5
Yeah,
by 2.
so it will be 5 by 2. So in the end, for the x in here, we can make it as x to the power of 5 per 2. So later on, the final answer, it will be equals to 1 per 12 of x to the power of 5 per 2. Because the question did not mention anything, you can keep it as a fractional indices or you can change it into root form. It will be up to you because the question only say simplify. But since all of the question are given in the indices, not in the root form, I think it will be better if you keep it as fractional indices. Is there anyone having any confusion or maybe I need to re-explain it again? It's okay to tell me rather than you keep being quiet. Is there anyone having any confusion? No? Hello, please let me know if you have any confusion.
No, teacher.
Okay, if you have no question, let us move. Why? It is 5 per 2. Wait, let me, someone ask me through the chat. How to get 1 per 12? How to get 1 per 12? I have 1 per 3 divided by 4. If you get confused, wait, let me use it with another color. We have 1 per 3, 1 per 3 divided by 4. Remember, when it is a division, you can change it into a multiplication. So in here, you can make it into 1 per 3 times by 1 per 4. So 1 times 1, it will be equals to 1. 3 times 4, it will be equals to 12. That's why I got 1 per 12. Yeah, there are two people who ask a question. So please wait, Srini, I read your question one by one. So is it clear for those who ask me how to get 1 per 12? Is there anyone having any question? If no question, I will answer for those who ask me about how to get 5 per 2. I told you we simplify number with number, letter with letter. So now for the number, we already simplify the 1 per 3 and 4. It's already clear, we get it as 1 per 12. Now for the letters, we have x to the power of a half and also x to the power of negative 2. We read it as x to the power of a half divided by x to the power of negative 2. It is division. When it is division, we have to do subtraction. So it means when we are going to simplify the power, it will be a half minus negative 2. Minus and negative, we can combine them, become positive. So we have a half plus 2. A half plus 2, if you get confused, the number 2, you can make it into 4 per 4. So a half plus 4 per, sorry, not 4 per 4. A half plus with 4 per 2. So 1 per 2 plus 4 per 2, it will be equals to 5 per 2. That's why the answer we will have it as x to the power of 5 per 2. Is there anyone who have any confusion still? Is there anyone? No? Okay. If you have no confusion, I think it will be have no enough time if we discuss the other question at home. Please kindly try to do it at home for the question B, C, D. Later I will attach the answer. So later if when you try at home and you get the final answer different with my own answer, tomorrow you can ask me the question and we can discuss all of your queries. Okay? I think that's all for today's class. Good morning and thank you, students.
Teacher.
Good morning.